What's up everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, I will assemble and review this plate-loaded bicep tricep machine, manufactured by GMWD. I will tell you right now that I received this for free to test and review, but this is not a commercial. Like all of my other videos, this is an honest review. To begin, let's open the box and see what's inside. Inside the box, everything is in plastic protective bags and packaged well. Now let's unpack everything and see what we have. We have a few steel components, 2 pads, instructions, and some hardware. Everything is present and looks good with no damage. Before we start assembling, it comes with some minimalistic tools. The instructions say additional tools are required, and assembly will be more convenient with a socket set or wrenches. So here are the specified required tools, and I have a 17mm socket and wrench for all of the M10 nuts and bolts. It's technically possible with the included tools, but I wouldn't recommend it. If you have sockets or wrenches, it'll make it so much easier. Assembly was pretty easy and straightforward. There are not many parts, and the instructions are clear and well written. The instructions do recommend 2 people, but I did it by myself with no problem at all, and I think a second person would just be in the way. And it took me 33 minutes and 12 seconds to assemble it by myself. And here's a quick little walk around of the assembled machine. It went together great, and it's a good looking, solid piece of equipment. During assembly, it included these Allen wrenches. All of the bolts used a 17mm socket, except one bolt which needed a 13mm socket. But I used this instead of walking out to the garage to get another socket. I did use the mallet. I did not use the screwdrivers. There was no grease specified. And I did have to use my own 6mm Allen wrench for this one screw. The overall fit and finish of the parts was very good. Everything fit together and went together with no issues. The welds are nice, and the black coating is nice quality with no defects. So far, this is a nice quality machine. As a mechanical engineer who designs complex machines for a living, one thing I want to point out is this bolt. First, let's disconnect this member to get access to the other side. And here's the other end of the bolt. It's just threaded through this thin plate. That's only about 2 threads of engagement, which is not enough. It shouldn't be a problem, but it's not good practice, and there should be a nut welded to the back of the bracket. Now, let's work our way through all of the functions and mechanisms, starting with the adjustable seat. The seat has 7 different height positions, indicated by the holes in the side of the tube. It's adjusted by loosening the knob, pulling the plunger pin, adjusting the seat, then inserting the plunger pin, and tightening the knob. With the seat removed for visuals, the body of the selector pin can be threaded into the tube, which would interfere with the seat tube. This is intentional, it specifies it on the knob. If the seat just sits on the pin, it's wobbly. Tightening the knob into the seat secures it. On the other side, there is the bolt that's permanently installed. It locates in the slot on the seat, which prevents the seat from being pulled all the way out and keeps the seat with the machine. Moving along, next is the weight plate shaft. It currently has the 2-inch diameter adapter sleeve installed for Olympic plates. And the sleeve can be removed to provide a 1-inch diameter shaft for standard plates. I would like to see a rubber or plastic washer here. Currently, the plates slide all the way on and contact the tube. I've already noticed some wear in the coating just from testing, but a rubber washer is easy to add. And I would also like to see a smaller washer holding the sleeve onto the shaft. Currently, it's designed to be the same size, line to line, but I've experienced plates getting hung up on it. It doesn't need to be that big in diameter. But these are not things that would stop me from purchasing this. It can certainly be used as is, but if desired, adding a rubber washer or swapping in a smaller diameter washer is easy. Now let's move on to the stop pin. It has a rubber cover to protect it from contact with the weight plate tube. The stop pin is secured with a linch pin on the back side. Remove the linch pin, then remove the stop pin. The stop pin goes behind the weight plate tube for bicep curls, and it goes in front of the weight plate tube for tricep extensions. And let's continue up to the rotating mechanism. This is the heart of the machine, where all of the loads are supported in rotation. It has roller bearings, and it is quiet and smooth. All good here. Next is the handle arm adjustment. There is a spring return pull pin that can be inserted into the desired position. Pull the pin, place the handle arm where you want it, then release the pin to lock it in place. And last is the handles. They have a rubber coating, which provides a non-slip grip and comfort. And there is a slot in the handle tube with a retaining screw. This limits handle rotation to improve stability of the handle, so it's in the correct orientation and ready to use, not rotating all over the place out of control. So that covers the details and the mechanisms. Now let's use it. I'm on the tall side at 6'1", so I drop the seat all the way down. Rest your arms on the pad with your elbows in line with the pivot, and bring your chest against the pad. Then let it rip. It's time to work your biceps. The handle offers 3 different hand positions: a neutral grip for hammer curls, a mixed grip, and a supinated grip. Now let's change it over for tricep extensions. Move the handle up to the top. Remove the safety linch pin. Then remove the stop pin and move the weight plate tube to the other side. Then reinstall the stop pin and the linch pin. It's fast and easy. Although there are 3 different hand grip positions, the neutral hammer position is the most comfortable for me personally, but by all means, utilize the other positions as well if you want to. If you're pushing any serious weight for tricep extensions, it would be nice to have a hold down pad for your legs, like a lat pull down machine. When pushing down with the handles, the reaction force wants to lift your arms off of the pad. Tricep extensions work well for lightweight, but heavier weight is a challenge to stay seated. Circling back to bicep curls, this is where the machine shines. When you lift with the handles, it drives your elbows into the pad, so there are no stability issues. Compared to dumbbell curls, there is virtually no resistance down here in this range. There is maximum resistance here when your arm is parallel to the ground, and the resistance decreases again up here at the squeeze. If you set up the preacher curl right, there is pretty much maximum resistance through the whole range, including the squeeze. It feels great. And the machine is light enough to move and pretty compact. It's easy to move out of the way for storage, and it doesn't take up much space. And that gets us through it. I know I pointed out a few shortcomings, but I design complex machines for a living as a mechanical engineer, so I'm picky. This is a well-built, simple-to-use machine, and if you're interested in a preacher curl machine, I recommend it. I'm looking forward to using it. So, that wraps this up. I hope you found it helpful. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.